Hey everyone, it's Rebecca Martinez and today we're making some butternut squash soup. The first ingredient we'll need is pureed butternut squash. You can make this yourself, which I did, and I will leave in the description, or buy it canned. Now add 3/4 cup of raw cashews to a small pot and add some vegetable broth to the cashews. This is my new profound way of using cashews instead of soaking them. It just works way better and they actually blitz much better. I think it produces a much smoother final product. Add half a white onion or a full onion, and you're gonna mince it, cut it up, dice it. It doesn't have to be super perfectly chopped simply because everything's gonna be thrown into the blender and pureed until it's smithereens. You can choose yellow onion or red onion as well. And take 3 garlic cloves, and these bad boys you will want to mince simply because they cook up a little bit nicer when they're minced rather than very large cloves. Grab a skillet, add a little bit of vegetable broth because yes, this is an SOS free recipe, no sugar, no salt, no oil, and put all of your onion into that skillet, in addition to those 3 minced garlic cloves, and cook it until it's a nice brown color. You can't really overcook it, just make sure those onions are well cooked. In addition, the cashews should be simmering and nicely soft so that when you put it all into the blender, add your cashews and your onion and garlic mixture into it all at once. They will blitz and puree beautifully as opposed to using cream or dairy products. Cashews work perfectly here. Now add more vegetable broth. Of course, we're going to add veggie broth or water, whatever you have on hand, instead of oil to blitz everything until it's completely smooth. A Vitamix, you guys, is a game changer. I recommend it. It's an investment, but it's an investment for life. For the spices, add 1 teaspoon of ground turmeric in addition to half a teaspoon of ground black pepper. White miso paste here is the key ingredient because it has some cheesy flavor, some fermented and also salty flavor. Super good. Add it to the mix in addition to some cayenne pepper and some fresh grated nutmeg. Note on the miso paste, I recently read an article that the fermentation actually knocks out the salt, disadvantages, so ojo. Now add your 3 cups of butternut squash puree and make sure not to make a huge mess like I did. Clean it up really quickly and blitz until everything is super pureed. Add some extra veggie broth at this point, depending on how you like your soup to be super thick or super thin. Add 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, optional, but I love it because it adds a little bit of cheesy flavor. And this recipe also works great as a vegan cheese sauce. So you choose the way you want to serve it up. Once everything is super blitzed and super smooth, add it to a Dutch oven or a pot and warm it up. You can serve it with some fresh chives on the top or put it over some nachos, which is what I did, and it was super delicious. Make sure to subscribe and see you next week.